My name is Corena Hammer, and yoga found me at a time when I was doing a lot of athletics. I was racing a lot of triathlons, and I started reaching inside myself for a different kind of insight, different kind of openness. I had started having some health issues, and I needed to start moving from my core and find strength within inside myself in a way that was connected to my own authenticity and to what I was honestly feeling. And yoga's healed me in so many ways. It's given me a sense of balance in my life. I had been white knuckling through so many things, and that kind of living, that kind of energy didn't work anymore. I needed to become a warrior, a meditative warrior, and I was able to do that. And it's become my dharma, my calling to teach yoga. And I hope you take this journey with me and begin your own practice. Namaste. This is Yogic Arts, based on some of the teachings of my teacher, Duncan Wong. Bring yourself to your mat in a comfortable seated position, if you can, on your knees. Bring an intention to your mind, to the center of your forehead where we draw insight in. And then draw it down into your heart center. And take a breath. And draw that intention all the way down into your body so that as you practice, that intention resonates with you. Ujjayi breathing. In and out through the nose, and as though you're fogging a mirror, so there's a sound in your throat. Go ahead and bring yourself up to your knees and open them up, your big toes together. And as you inhale, crossing at the forearms, open up through the heart. Exhale, squeeze your elbows behind you. And again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze your elbows back, radiating your heart upward. And inhale, opening up, and exhale, squeezing back. Place your hands on your hips, still breathing in and out. And instead of back bending deeply, what you're trying to do is squeeze your elbows towards one another and strengthen your shoulder blades towards each other so that your heart opens with some support. Go ahead and draw yourself back down, forehead down onto the ground, and then rounding up one disc at a time. Inhale, open up again, this time with more of a back bend. Exhale around. And placing your fists into your organs. Inhale, rounding up disc by disc. And opening up through the heart. And exhale, place your hands, your fists into your belly, into your organs, sort of massaging them, getting the toxins out. And stay here and breathe and massage your organs a bit with your fists. And then roll up one disc at a time. And the organs need to be detoxified and washed just like every other part of our body. Go ahead and turn yourself to hands and knees, and then draw yourself to a standing forward fold, but bend your knees a lot so that you're supporting the weight of your body with your thighs bent. And then inhale, rounding up disc by disc, stretching open a bit through the heart, and then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath. Inhale, stretching your palms up to the sky, staying in the center line. Exhale, draw down to the earth. As you inhale, lift up and shift back a few inches with your feet. And then exhale, roll over your toes so that you're nice and light. Inhale, lift your hips up and back, bent knee, down dog. Exhale, a mild chaturanga. Inhale, round through your spine. Look at your belly. Exhale, place your hips on the mat, shoulders back. Inhale, a cobra or an upward facing dog. Exhale, round through the small of your back and then come to downward facing dog. Bring your feet a little bit closer than what you're used to on this downward facing dog, just so that we get the support. And as you exhale the next time, lift your hips up, jump lightly forward. Inhale, lift halfway up, stretch your ribs out of your hips, and exhale, drop your skull down. Releasing, bend your knees on these first few. Inhale, brush the front body all the way up to standing, heart to the sky, and exhale, draw your palms down to your heart center. Inhale, staying in that prayer, reach up to the heavens, and exhale humbly down to the earth. As you inhale, lift and shift back a few inches, maybe 4 or 5 inches. Exhale, roll over your toes, get your arms strong. Inhale, lift up and back into a bent knee down dog. Exhale, baby chaturanga. Inhale, hands and knees round through your spine. Exhale, release your hips to the earth. Stretch your shoulders back first, and then inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, rolling over your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, right thigh up. Exhale, bend your right knee and breathe. Downward facing scorpion. As you inhale, stretch that leg back to a 3-limb dog. As you exhale, step that right foot forward, back heel down, push up to the sky. Inhale and exhale, palms to the heart center. Inhale, back up to warrior 1. And exhale, come down the center of your body. Step the foot back, Chaturanga. Inhale, hands and knees round through the small of your back. Look at your belly and exhale. Lay your thighs down on the ground. Shift your shoulders back with very little weight on the body. Then inhale to an upward facing dog and exhale. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left thigh up, stretching it back, and exhale, bending that knee, really stretching the left rib and hip open as much as you can. Keep some weight in that left palm. I know it's tempting to roll away from it. As you inhale, stretch that left thigh back. And as you exhale, step the foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, come up the center of the body for a warrior 1 with shortened legs. Exhale, bring the prayer to the heart. Keep bending that front knee as you inhale, stretch back up into your warrior 1. Exhale, come down the center of your body, step back, and chaturanga, all on one exhale. Inhale, round through your spine, hands and knees. Stretching out the spine. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders are already back before you even lift into your body weight. And exhale, roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. Again, walk your feet in a little bit. Inhale. Empty your breath out. Bend your knees and lift up, lightly land. Inhale, a half lift, taking the ribs away from hips. Exhale, releasing down. And then inhale, rounding up disc by disc all the way to the sky. Hands at the heart center. Exhale. As you inhale, stretch back up as tall as possible. Exhale, sit, squat with hands at heart center. Inhale, reach the prayer back up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and shift back very lightly. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows, take your knees outside of your arm bones, and maybe just hug your knees in on your arm bones for sort of a modified crow, or even lifting your feet up at that point if that feels right to you. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other so they shine like headlights behind you. Inhale, jump back, bent knee down dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, hands and knees round through your back, looking at your belly. Exhale, releasing down to the mat. As you inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right thigh up. Exhale, bend your right knee. Inhale, straighten it out again. As you exhale, step the right foot forward, spin the back heel down. This time, push your hands on your thighs and press your thighs to the center as you keep exhaling. Then inhale, reach your arms up to warrior 1. Exhale, come onto your back toes, bend your back knees, hands at heart center. Inhale, stretch just the arms up. And then as you exhale, straighten your back thigh and start to bring your arms to the outside of that right thigh bone for prayer twist. Don't sink your body weight down on your thigh, but rather push that top arm down on the bottom arm so that you're spinning with some length. Exhale, archer's pose. Push and pull on a bow and arrow, really reaching through each arm and twisting the spine even more with a lot of strength in that back heel so you're not just collapsing. Bring your hands to the arch side of the foot, drop your back knee down, and exhale, drop your skull down, and bring your right arm underneath your right knee to the outside of your right ankle, and then stretch back. Now don't push your tailbone back too far. It's okay to keep your back a bit rounded here so that you're not putting too much pressure on that right hamstring. And if you wanted to straighten your thigh out a bit more or straighten your arms out on your mat to make it a bit more challenging, you certainly can. Inhale, come to that kneeling position. Exhale, with very little weight on your arms, lift that back knee up so you come from your belly. Inhale, straighten your front thigh, and exhale, if you can, lift your back toes as well. Arm balance. Inhale, downward facing scorpion, and then exhale, straighten that right thigh out in a 3-limb chaturanga. Pause. Come to your hands and knees. Inhale and round. Look at your belly. Exhale, draw your thighs down to the earth, and inhale, upward facing dog. Nice open heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left thigh up, 3-limb dog. Exhale, bend the top knee. Inhale, stretch that left thigh back to the 3-limb dog again. Exhale, step your left foot forward, back heel down, and push. Keep exhaling. Push your hands on your thighs so you really round into your core. And then inhale, stretch up to warrior 1. Exhale, come up on your back toes, bend your back knee, hands at heart center. Inhale, straighten and lengthen your prayer back up, back thigh straight, and exhale, outside prayer balance. Yogic Arts makes us run out of breath here, and it's good. It's a good thing to challenge your lungs. Remember, you're not sagging your body weight down. You're pushing that top palm onto the bottom palm. And as you exhale the next time, archer's pose. Push and pull with your fingertips curled in like you're holding a bow and arrow, and sight something behind you that you're aiming at. Use your breath. Untangle your torso, hands on the arch side of the foot. Drop your back knee. Drop your skull down. Exhale, squeezing your belly. Take your left hand underneath your left knee, outside by your left ankle, left baby toe, and then start releasing back. You're stretching your back right toes, the metatarsal, the space between the toes and the ball of the foot. You can straighten your arms out. You can leave your spine rounded a lot here. As you exhale, sort of snuggle into the position a little bit more by either lengthening your arms out or lengthening your lower back. Inhale, come to the kneeling, and no hands on the earth at all. Exhale, lift up so you know you're using your belly. Placing your palms down by that front foot, bend your elbows, lift way up on your toes, so both heels lifting a lot. And once you do that, squeeze your belly, and then you might be able to lengthen and lift your front foot forward. And if you can, lean forward a little bit more, squeeze your elbows a little bit more, and as you exhale, maybe you lift your back thigh as well, arm balance. Inhale, downward facing scorpion, and exhale, 3-limb chaturanga. Pause. Inhale, hands and knees round through the small of your back, looking at your belly. Exhale, releasing your torso forward, shoulders open. Then inhale, take the body weight into the palms and top of the feet for upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Lift up and over your toes. Exhale, lift and jump forward. Inhale, half lift, taking your ribs nice and long. Exhale, release your skull down. As you inhale, brush the entire front body all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring the palms to heart center. Inhale, begin again, reach up. Exhale, squat with the prayer. Inhale, reaching your arms forward, and exhale, this time, reach your palms behind you, staying in that squat. See if you can connect your thumbs in any way, shape, and form, and stretch your arms back behind you, really opening through the shoulders. As you exhale the next time, spill your torso forward. See if you can keep stretching your arms forward overhead. Bend your knees a little bit before you release. So Inhale, bend your knees and release your arms. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift and shift back. And exhale, land very lightly. Again, you can take your knees outside of your arm bones and just squeeze in, or you can come to crow, bakasana, if you want to come to crow. And shift back onto your tippy toes and inhale, lift, jump back to a bent knee down dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, hands and knees round through your spine. And this time, open your chin to the right, right shoulder back, then center. Open your chin to the left, left shoulder back, and then center. And then inhale, center your upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over your toes to downward facing dog. Inhale, right thigh up, and exhale, bending the right knee. Inhale, straighten the right thigh behind you again. Exhale, step it forward, and then keep all 10 toes in the same direction. Just push on your thighs as you keep exhaling. And then inhale, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and then lean forward. Keep your front knee bent, but barely touching your back toes. Now don't straighten that front thigh yet. Just lift your back thigh. Nothing else about the posture changes. Good breathing. Then reach back and then come to Dekasana, airplane. Opening through the heart, reaching your fingertips back towards your heel. Then bring your palms down. Inhale, bending the knee. Exhale, extending that top thigh. Inhale as you bend. Exhale as you extend. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And then drop the thigh down. Almost touch it on the earth, but not quite. Exhale, squeeze it down, but don't quite touch your mat. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, shift all the way through to seating position. Reach one arm forward and then the other. See if you can keep your hips off of your mat and balanced. Good. Focus forward, breath, eye contact with that front big toe. And then gently set yourself down. So you're not doing plopasana, but you're actually sitting down by using your core. And then see if you can straighten that thigh and take your nose to your knee. Good. And then cross your ankles. Place your hands down by your hips and squeeze your knee and your forehead towards each other. And then squeeze and then lift. And this time as you exhale, squeeze, lift up and shift back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And breathe. As you inhale, take your left thigh up. And as you exhale, bend the left knee. Really stretch that whole left side body open. Inhale, straighten the thigh out. And exhale, bring the foot forward. All 10 toes stay forward. Pressing your thighs inward, scooping your belly in. Then inhale, reach your arms up, slightly in front of your body. Exhale, bring the prayer to the heart center. Reach forward, keep that front knee bent. And you're on the toenails of your back foot, and then just lift it up. Don't lean any further forward. Don't straighten your thigh yet. Breathe. Squeeze your belly. Start to straighten your back thigh. Reach back and then straighten your standing thigh. Dekasana, airplane. Big breath here. And you want to relax your jaw even though it's intense. Inhale, bend your top knee, and exhale, straighten it with your palms down on the ground. Inhale, bending. Exhale, straightening. So coming into that standing splits. Inhale and bend. Exhale and reach and straighten. Breathing in. As you exhale, drop your top foot down. Don't quite touch the mat, but squeeze your heels. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, squeeze it down. You're going to feel your core, your belly working here. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, as you bring it down, bring it all the way through this time. Reaching it forward. Good. Draw one arm forward. See if you can grab a big toe or the ball of your foot. The other arm forward. Your hips are not quite touching the floor yet. Stare at your big toe and then gently release your hips. See if you can straighten that right thigh and bring your knee and nose towards each other. Just maybe a time or two, straightening out the hamstring as much as possible. Squeezing the front ribs and belly down. Good. Cross that right ankle in front of the left. Squeeze in. Inhale, reach away with your heels. Exhale, squeeze it in. Breathe in, stretch away. Exhale, roll over your feet to any degree possible and come to downward facing dog. Inhale, come to your hands and knees. Big toes touching, knees are open. Exhale, prayer at the heart center, standing on your knees. Breathing in and out. Place your fists on your buttocks, but not on the waist, otherwise your buttocks will lift up into your palms, and that'll make you back bend too much already. So just palms on the hips. I like to interlace my fingers and press my sacrum slightly downward, not overly forward, but downward, and just lengthen that low back. Teach my lower back how to be long as I take this particular posture. Hands back at the heart center. Inhale, reach them up to the sky. And as you exhale, draw your elbows back and towards each other and see if you can reach your hands back and grab either your calves or your heels. This is a Yogic Arts Camel, Yogic Arts Ustrasana. Breathing in and out. Don't be overly dramatic with opening your throat. Support the throat opening with a nice strong neck. Support your heart opening with a nice strong upper back. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together. Breath. We come out of this on an inhale. So our inhales strengthen our body. So maybe you kiss your palms to your heart center again for a little bit of a challenge, lifting up out of it. And exhale, set your hips down. Walk your hands down to the earth. Balasana, child's pose. Breathing here. Let your lower back be rounded. Relax your neck. Rounding yourself up, one disc at a time. Bring your hands to heart center. Remember your intention for this practice. I know it's easy to forget that in just a few moments, right? If you wanted to, you can come back down to your mat with your arms more forward and just practice rounding up disc by disc and squeezing the belly, having the effort come from there. If you have wrist issues, I would continue to do that and just practice using your belly to round you up. That's some great ab work right there. Otherwise, come to your hands and knees and then bring your hands back by your knees. We're going to take Lolasana, dangling posture, round up through your spine. Exhale, lift and cross your ankles. And each time you exhale, round your lower back, pull your belly in, and then lift your knees. And this time, pull your feet through for Dandasana, seated stick posture. And then bending your knees, bring your left heel to your right buttock and hug your right knee in towards your left chest. You want to anchor up through your lower back. That's your nice and tall. Bring your back right arm down to the earth. Inhale, left arm up, stretching it to the sky. Exhale, take it to the outside of the thigh and spin deeper. And if that's too difficult, just go back to hugging the knee in. Turn your chin so you're looking over your back shoulder. Breath. Turn your chin down. A little extra juicy neck stretch. You could even take that left arm underneath the knee and bind. This is called Yoga Asana, anytime you bind the circuits of the body. This is Marichiasana twist that we're taking here. But if you round your lower back instead of lengthening, I would go back one step. And breathing. Gently untangle, and let's take a counter twist. Take your hands over to the left side of your space, drop your skull down, and breathe in and out. But gently lifting out of that. Untangle your legs, bring your right heel to your left buttock. Your left foot is on the outside of the thigh on the right side, but if that bothers you, you can always bring it to the shin side. Hug that left knee deeply towards your right chest, and then your left hand comes behind you, not too close to your buttocks, otherwise that'll force the body upward. We want to encourage the body upward. Breathing, turn your chin to your back shoulder, You can bring that right arm up as you inhale and to the outside of the thigh as you exhale, twisting more deeply. This is so good for your organs and for your whole nervous system to twist deeply. And then you can release your chin back towards your back shoulder and down towards the earth. You can pass that right hand underneath the knee, an arm bind if you want to. But again, you want to be somewhat upright. If you're rounding a lot, go back one step. It's not about push, it's about push and yield, equal parts. Gently untangle, bring your hands over to the right side of your space, counter twist, turn your head down, let it go. Unraveling through the spine. And gently untangle from that. And then tuck into a little ball just for a moment, bending your knees and placing your forehead down onto your knees and relaxing your shoulders. Just let your spine open up and round and relax. And then one disc at a time, running your fingertips barely lightly up your shins. Start to reach back disc by disc by disc, releasing back into the mat. And then once your entire spine is laying on the mat, go ahead and take one leg at a time out to the corners of your mat. So you have a little bit of space between your legs. Maybe even pushing your hip bones down away from your waist just a little bit. Sometimes that feels really good. And then open your wrist and palms. Let your hands be away from your thighs. And then even your focused breath drops down and away from you. Taking rest through the feet, legs, and hips, through your belly, chest, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and palms. Relax your throat and neck, your face, your skull, the crown of your head. Becoming aware of your body. But you're not leaving this posture, you're integrating this posture. So begin a very gentle breath. Find yourself integrating this sense of peace, this sense of calm, this equanimity into your day. It's one hand on your belly and one on your heart. Staying inside with your insightfulness, your awareness, and integrating this posture as you begin to draw one leg at a time up and turn your knees and your torso over to one side using your arm as a pillow, and begin to breathe in and out. Keep your eyes closed if possible. Tuck up into a little seed. Again, with your eyes closed, if you can, Start to roll up into a seated position that feels right for you. It may be Sukhasana, easy pose, or Siddhasana, accomplished posture, or Padmasana, lotus posture. And it doesn't really matter which particular posture you choose. I'm going to arm bind by taking my arms behind my back. Just again come into Yoga Asana, that completion of all circuits together, just for a moment, a few breaths. Now bring your hands to prayer at the forehead, the place of insight and revelation, and then down to my heart, and down to your heart. We travel. And then bringing that feeling, that intention, that insight all the way down into our bodies by dropping our palms just a little bit. And drop your chin down. The light which lies within my heart honors, greets, and acknowledges that same light which lies within yours, where you and I, at the cellular level, literally become one. Namaste.